I feel like the preparation required for fly fishing compared to spin fishing is so much more intense. I find myself tying flies, making leaders, and rigging up the day before, wondering if the extra work is going to be worth it. But that's the strange thing. In weird ways, it always is.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Guys, I'm on at the Tarpon.
For me, I think it's the extra effort needed to succeed, the feeling of success after crafting the tools used. Or maybe it's the feeling of sight casting during a negative low tide, fishing in inches of water, watching the birds work. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the fact that catching nice fish is always fun.
Fish. Gorgeous fish, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back doing something different. If you guys have been watching this channel, you know I've used a fly rod. I dabble. I haven't fly fished in a while. I feel like I've been doing a lot of spinning, and I know a lot of you guys, there's some of you guys who probably only fly fish, you know what I mean? So I want to give the people what they want, but got an interesting day. I think a good day for fly fishing. We'll see. Got a wicked outgoing tide, and it's going to be a summertime negative low, which is because of the moon. We have a full moon today, and we're going to see what happens. But I'm going to just flip these mangroves. I hope to get in some redfish, some snook, the typical species. Doing it on a fly rod is always cooler. Got the 8 weight today. It's been a minute since I fly fished, but it's pretty early. I mean, I got out here a little early just because I want to make sure I can make a video for you guys, and I want to make sure I have enough time to fish. First things first, guys, I just want to say we got some big news coming to the channel. I don't know if you guys saw my little YouTube post, but the Boggy Creek, what I'm on now, is for sale to one lucky buyer, whoever wants it. I posted it. We got some good news coming to the channel. You guys are going to like a lot, I think. And we got a couple months. I got 2 months or so to sell it. Got a little bit of time to sell it, but that being said, it still needs to be gone. So if you're interested, just let me know. Wow, that was a decent fish. That fish just took off with it. He snapped me off. Well, guys, I tied my own leader, and I will own that one. My knot slipped, but that was honestly a decent fish. But that's great. But actually, it might have just snapped, honestly. I have 12-pound tippet, which I know is always way stronger than it sounds. So I doubt that happened, but maybe the knot slipped. I don't know. Hey, guys, so what I'm doing is, which let me know in the comments what you guys do, but I'm typically 60-pound butt section to 40-pound fluoro, and then I go to 12-pound tippet. I go back to 40-pound bite tippet. Sometimes I'll do 30, but I don't have 30-pound fluoro at this moment. But this is the weapon of choice until I see different. This brown, some kind of moss, olive, and I think that's going to do the trick. It's probably pretty obvious, guys, but obviously a loop knot to the fly gives it a lot more action, allows it to really move like it should. I tie a loop knot to basically everything. Perfect right there. Trim the excess. Good to go. Hopefully we can not snap off this time. One reason I like fluoro is it sinks better. And I don't know about you guys, but if I use mono, some of these flies, not really this one, but especially my shrimp pattern I throw, it'll literally just float on top of the surface, which is frustrating. It's been a minute since I fly fished though. I don't think I fly fished since like May. I've been hitting spinning hard. I will say fly, I love fly. It can honestly, I think, be more effective at times. Like if I'm sight fishing, I'd love to have fly. Or like there's times too, if the fish are picky, like that, you can literally just cast and leave your fly. You can leave your fly right in the strike zone for so long, just giving it little bumps. It could be super beneficial. But yeah, we're basically just exploring lines, slinging some bugs. It's gonna be such low tide later. I almost wanna get out and walk somewhere, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. It looks like there's some tide moving here. Must be a little creek or something. Guys, nice snook. Nice snook, guys. Look at that snook. Oh, he's cutting through the water. Look at that thing cut through the water. Look at that snook, guys. Beast of a snook on fly. Oh, he's gonna make a run for those mangroves. He might be close to slot. Ooh, he's feisty. Come on, stay out of there, buddy. Got him on the reel. I think he's hooked good. I can't really tell. He might barely be hooked. Got him. Look at that fish, guys. First fish on fly. Look at that. Look at that hook set. Gorgeous. He's not crazy. Like I said, guys, perfect hook set. Wow. If that's how today's gonna go, wow, he slurped it. Guys, beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. Just got a measurement on him. You see that, guys? Nice 26-inch snook. Guys, gorgeous fish there. 26-incher, almost slot. Beautiful fish. Just get him back in the water. Gorgeous fish, guys. He's biting on my thumb. Boom! Look at that, guys. What is happening? That was my like 5th cast of the day. Not even frayed at all. Guys, he destroyed that fly. Look at that thing. That thing is disintegrated. One of its eyes is missing. Guys, there is nothing. I don't know why I don't do fly fishing enough or more, but there's something so like beautiful about fly fishing, man. First of all, like if you think I think artificial, anyone would agree, artificial is way more rewarding than, let's say, like live bait fishing or cut bait fishing. But then you add the fact that you make your leader, you make your fly. Fly fishing is a lot more technical and you're deciding exactly where your line goes, which obviously it's like that with every fishing, but fly fishing is different. I'm glad I'm doing it today. That already makes the day right there. I got hit in that same spot earlier. You guys probably saw. Yeah, look, there's some current here. It's super dark. There's some current. I mean, my line is just, you see my line. Yeah, you guys see this current right here. It is just ripping, guys. You can see why that snook was there. He was probably just laid up, sitting in this current. Kind of wish I didn't have to spook it, but my fly's caught. Get some cat back in here. If that snook was sitting in here, I'm telling you, I got another nice hit. If that snook's sitting back in here, and there's a lot of current coming from that creek right there. There it is. there's gonna be some fish here. I mean, look at that fly just gliding through the water. For me personally, I don't think there's anything better than a dump and outgoing tide. That was a ginormous snook. I would pay money to see what fish that was. That's what I'm saying, guys. Wow. That was a 35-inch redfish. I hope you guys saw that. That's probably what that fish was. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but today's feeling kind of fishy. 26-inch snook in the boat. Just saw a 35-inch redfish. That had to have been what spooked from up there. That's what I love about these skiffs, man. That thing had no clue I was here until I tried casting at him.
After catching that snook and seeing that monster redfish, I decided to go get protected from the wind and tuck into another bay.
Not the craziest variety, but you can kind of see what I like throwing, just these bait fish patterns. That one looks pretty good. That mullet pattern right there. Honestly, this one looks absolutely dynamite, guys. Look at this. Beautiful, all kind of olive color. Gonna throw that. Mine's lost its eyes. Flies have such good action in my opinion. I think like if you get a generic pattern down, there's obviously some whizzes at fly fishing who tell me to kick rocks, but same kind of concept as a spin fishing, you know what I mean? It's like keep it simple, throw a gulp, throw a shrimp pattern, throw a bait fish pattern. Same thing with flies. If it mimics something and then you add in that crazy action that flies can have, you're gonna figure something out. I just try to match watercolor, really. Yeah, when I hooked that snook, guys, you probably saw it. That thing literally sliced through the water with my line. He took off. Some glass minnows. It's always a good sign. Pop tarpon. A pot of some tarpon just rolled. I'm sure you guys saw them. There's 3 or 4 of them. There's nothing I'd rather have in my hand than a fly rod. I don't know where they went. Way up there. All right, we're gonna go after them, guys. Well, you can see why they're back here. Those tarpon could get their breakfast, lunch, and dinner in one serving right there with all that bait. All right, well, I don't see them anymore. I'm not gonna chase them. They're probably swimming pretty fast back in there. And I mean, I want to fish this stuff too. I don't want to sacrifice a nice snook or a nice red chasing tarpon. Alrighty, guys, I'm trying to leave this bay with either a snook of decent size, a red, or a tarpon. I know there probably should be some snook and redfish around here. Come on, stay pinned. Guys, that's not a decent snook. I thought I was caught on the stick. Look at that, guys. He was so close up to those mangroves. Sorry, I'm super locked in right now. He was so close up to those mangroves. And I casted, and I thought I was on the stick, but he ate it, and then my line was wrapped on the stick. When you're fly fishing, you definitely want to have another buddy on the boat. Oh, it's underneath his gill. Never mind. Look at that fish, guys. Okay, let's go. Two down, guys. Two down. Look at that fish. He's got to be 24 on fly back here, guys. I'll take that any day of the week. Wow, look at that fly. He absolutely choked it. Wow, you see how deep that thing was in there? These snook have just been laid up. Look at that fish, beautiful fish. 25-inch snook. Guys, talk about an epic eat. Guys, we got a debrief. Look how frayed that 40-pound leader is. If that's 30, I'm probably cooked. Should be able to just retie this. Guys, what an awesome day. I said I wanted a decent snook. We're having a pretty good day. That makes the trip. Those two snook. Anything else is extra. That being said, I have goals of a redfish or a tarpon in this boat. Like I said though, guys, that's not an accident. You've got to get that fly up in there. Literally, I set the hook into him. I honestly thought I was on the tree. I thought I was pinned to the stick. Because when I set the hook, that stick came out of the water because that line was wrapped around it. I'm glad I have 40-pound shock. If I went 30, I don't think I land that fish. That stuff was so frayed up, man. Yeah, I saw that line get underneath its gills once or twice. Not cool. Don't want to see that. My guess is there's some tarpon within this area. The ones we saw rolling. There's a creek there and a creek there. Outgoing. But either way, I'm going to cast up in these. See if I can't find any other snook. It's pretty low tide right now. It's probably close to 0.5-ish. So these fish are running out of water. They're just gonna be up in these mangroves. Another thing about that snook that was cool is he head weighted so hard for it. That's why I thought it might have been a fish instead of that stick once I like set the hook and that stick wasn't moving much. Little guy. That's awesome. In the mud. Look at that. Beautiful snook, guys. Whee! This water is chocolate milk. It's crazy they can track the fly in it, you know what I mean? It's so cool.
After that little snook, I decided to take a little break and do a debrief. If you're like me, you can get so caught up in fishing, I can often forget to drink water. So right now was a perfect time to do just that and think about my next move and how I'm going to get on some more fish.
Well, guys, I mean, wow, time for a water. I will tell you, I am so thirsty. Guys, just going to recap. It's 5:30. I'm almost like fished out, man. I got out here, first cast is around 3:45. It's kind of crazy. Maybe a little more towards 3 actually, but it's crazy. I mean, we got two good snook. I mean, we're not getting little guys. It's like those two snook, one of them was almost slot, the other one was kind of like 24-ish. Actually, I think he was 25, but either way, it's like we're getting quality fish. I saw a big redfish, seen some tarpon. I'm just gonna work out here, fly fish, and just keep exploring, but I don't even know if I'm gonna stay out till dark, you know what I mean? I might just head back, maybe start editing or something, but yeah, it's been awesome, man. So fun. Really just blessed to be able to get out here. Fly fishing is fun, man. I'll tell you what, when you set the hook with the fly, it's so different than spinning, like stripping it. It's super fun. We're gonna be doing it a lot more soon. You guys will see why. May or may not relate to me putting this boat up for sale. But anyways, also I got a buddy who just moved back down who he loves fly fishing. We're gonna do it a lot. Anyways, let's get back to fishing. Well, you guys heard that debrief. Start headed out. It should be super low tide now. Might just fish some areas in the main bay. Maybe find some tailors, some fish that are just sitting out there. We shall see. But I'm excited. Got at least another hour or two of fishing. If I get another good fish or two, I'm probably just gonna call it a day. You know, I don't wanna bury myself out here. Fly fishing's definitely a little bit more physical exertion than spinning. It's not hard, but I mean, this isn't the greatest fly rod. I got this when I was a kid. It's an 8-weight. It's not bad, but it's kind of heavy. Like I would be throwing my 6-weight, but I snapped it. I just got a replacement tip shipped. But at the end of the day, I am really happy with how today's gone. Gonna be a fun video for you guys. I know I've had some fun. Hopefully I can make that happen, you know what I mean? Tarpon up there. I'm gonna try to go on the left side. They're going out. I'm gonna try to get in front of them. I really wanna get one in front of them and get a tarpon in the boat. That would be special. Those things, you'd be surprised how fast they move though when they're on the move. Like they're probably beating me. Big Snook. Wow, that was a giant redfish, I think. Background. Yeah, not gonna lie, I will take that over a 5-pound tarpon any day of the week. That was a horrible cast. There's a big redfish or something, dude. Look at that sheep's head. Tailing sheep's head. If I had my shrimp fly, I'd probably eat it. Tarpon up there. I need to hook one of those things, man. I'd love to see a tailing redfish or something, man. I've seen a tailing sheep's head. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Guys, I'm on with the tarpon. My line was dangling in the water. That is insane. Guys, that is insane. My line was dangling in the water. I'm talking about how I'd love to see a tailing redfish. And I talked about how I've seen a tailing sheep's head. I've been casting, haven't gotten one in a minute. That is absurd, guys. Oh no. Fly so good, tarpon eat it when you're not even casting at him, I guess. He's gonna jump here soon. Surprised he hasn't given me another jump. It's a decent guy. Beautiful fish. Perfect hook set. Okay, come on, buddy. Got him. Beautiful fish, guys. Beautiful fish. Look at that hook set. Guys, beautiful fish. Beautiful fish right there. Look at him. Gorgeous fish. 5, 10-pounder. Let's get him back in the water. There he is, just let him go. He just rolled. Guys, can't say that that happens every day. I was talking about how I'm gonna go fish, like sight cast this line, which I'm gonna do now. And all of a sudden, you guys saw that. My line just starts screaming. He jumps, tarpon on. Absolutely crazy, guys. Crazy stuff. Such a beautiful fish. Swam off strong. Just 5-10 pounder. He was a good sized little backwater tarpon. Fought hard. Just destroyed the fly, guys. This bait fish pattern, this is a different color, but I love this pattern. Just super simple. EP, some Foxy brush, I think. 1/0, 2/0 hook. You guys can see it right there. But this color has been awesome today. I got a snook and that tarpon on it now. But you see that beautiful, beautiful fly. I don't think I'm really frayed up. But guys, awesome. We're just fishing. You guys see this negative low. All this stuff just gets pushed out of the water. And it really just turns into something special, man. Awesome stuff, guys. But let's get back to fishing. We got some more stuff to do. My finger, you know it's a good day with the fly rod when your finger's starting to feel a little banged up from stripping and having to fight some fish.
As I continued to fish, I noticed the tide was dead low. You start to hear more bait getting popped as there's nowhere to hide, more head wakes pushing water from big fish. It seemed to come alive, and that's when I was seeing more tarpon rolling than ever.
I just had one bump it. Tarpon. Yep, he's flashing on it. There's tarpon everywhere. Got caught up on my wrist. Yeah, the one that was swiping at mine was literally a miniature. Wow, that was a nice tarpon. Does it get better than that? Snap me off. He went straight through 40-pound. That fish went straight through 40-pound. What I'm gonna do is retie. Just keep casting right here. There's a lot of them. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go get on one. I'm just gonna make a long cast in this strip.
After that last tarpon hit, I began to work back to some creeks on this negative tide. The water was pouring out of these creeks and hidden bays, and the big fish were around.
Oh, it's a big fish. Look at that. They're just laid up right here. So many big fish here, man.
You can see why too. The chalky, oyster-ridden shorelines are exposed on these low tides, providing fish and birds with easy access to baitfish and crustaceans alike. I was seeing wading birds spook baitfish, snook and reds, and saw some eating crabs as well, all similar to what my target species were doing.
Bird just spooked a fishy. Alright, I just heard something big back in here. Alright guys, we're working back into this little cove. I heard something blow up in it. See what happens. It is such low tide, man. Damn, that was a redfish.
As I spooked that redfish, I realized it was time to go. I had an awesome day and enjoyed the views as I trolling motored out of the skinny bay.
Well guys, beautiful sunset behind me, but geez, golly, bugs are bad. Awesome day. I'm just sitting here on the skiff, cruising out. But with that being said, guys, gotta thank God to be able to get out here. It's been a little bit longer than I would have liked. You guys are probably seeing this 5 days after my last video, but I try to do 3 days every 4 days max. But I've had some complications trying to get out and fish that kind of not my fault. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys. Gonna be continuing to grind these videos out, get on some awesome fish for you guys, do awesome stuff. Let me know if you guys like fly fishing stuff. I'll see how it does views wise, but if you guys like it, I'm always down for some fly fishing. It's fun, very successful, as you can tell. I fished basically the same spot the whole day from like 4 to 7:50, and it was very successful. There was tarpon all day. There was a lot of redfish, or there was a lot of snook. I saw some redfish, couldn't get one on the line, but saw some regardless. And with that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys. God bless. Awesome sunset you guys will see. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you're not subscribed and you like this, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna be cranking out some more fly fishing content. And with that being said, guys, peace out.